Hey guys, how's it going? Another Tuesday night for a little Role ConTROL action. Finally have our last member back. We are excited about that.
Yay!
Been busy and ready
No
to be
broken
back.
legs, I see. That's a good thing.
No broken legs.
Wait, you're supposed to break a leg, right?
Well, you're supposed to tell somebody to break.
Well, if you're gonna do
You're supposed to
good,
break
then you
other
should
people's
break
legs.
If
two legs.
your legs aren't broken, you haven't been trying hard enough. That's all I'm saying.
Roll d20 to see if your leg's broken.
17.
Broken.
I don't know what my constitution
I don't
is.
know
Only
if
one
that's
of
good or bad.
Right?
Yeah. Someone should decide that before the roll.
If only we had somebody to do that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
Time to sit it down.
Or you can just set up.
By doing that, you were still about half the frame.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
All right, well, the last couple weeks have been pretty darn exciting, and we do have a recap this time, so go watch that on our Facebook.
on our my TikTok. It's not
TikTok.
on Facebook.
On
We
Teddy's
transitioned-
TikTok.
We transitioned to TikTok off of Facebook, so
I don't even. Somebody created a TikTok with my email, and it is not me. Somebody named Bryson has a TikTok with my email address, and I keep unlinking my email address, and it keeps relinking it back. Somebody also created an Insta with my email address. I've suddenly gotten way hipper in the past week.
what?
Yeah.
Finally, you're popular.
Do they not realize that you can just take their accounts at any moment?
I know, right? I was like, this is very strange. Okay, anyway, we can move on. Sorry.
Okay. Very relevant here at Role ConTROL as always.
That's most of what this episode is about.
Yeah.
Social media.
Jane's social media.
All right, so the three of you are, for lack of a better word, escaping the compound and going through the forest. Where are you guys going to?
We're going back to the town.
With the town that is
The,
empty.
the town with the place. No, we're going to the front line to
Yeah,
talk
didn't
to
we say
people.
we would meet Wick out there
Yeah.
and bring info there? Because the dude was leaving Fall Stride.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where are you going?
Front line.
We are yeeting out of the stronghold area, and we are going to the front line area.
Okay. How abouts are you getting there?
And we'll track the things. Did he tell us where he was going? I feel like that's a crucial part of information that we probably would have
knew on the
exchanged
map.
before splitting up.
All right. Just to avoid a bunch of confusion, I think Ildren can guide you there.
Yeah, and
Pretty
you guys
safely.
knew on the
We'll-
map
we'll
where
just
it
go with that.
was.
Sure.
Because it's by the tree. Like,
Yeah.
we had the map with the stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Ildren
I
will
have
have
the map.
plenty of knowledge to guide you
Yeah,
through.
we're going to where we knew we were going.
Okay, so you want to go to the front lines to meet up with Wick. That's
Yes.
the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Confidently, yes.
Okay. You guys, after traveling for multiple hours, keeping a relatively safe demeanor, unless you want to do something else.
And we invaded the stronghold in the evening, right? So, or at night.
Right.
Yeah, we invaded the stronghold.
Or we, infiltrated, I guess.
Again,
Or we. We was the key word.
Hey, you know what? We were important. You were important.
We were back up.
You were important
I
in this
was.
process.
I
I
was
was
very
there.
You created the rope for the hole
I
that you
did.
two
I
hid
did.
in.
I did.
That was pretty
tie up
sweet.
the rope.
Nice job.
So like, yeah. I guess at some point we would stop and take a rest. I mean, because it's
When we're far enough away that there's not going to be
Yeah.
patrols.
yeah.
Or at least that we think there won't be patrols.
Okay.
Probably let. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the guy's name? The
Ildren.
Wolfman? Ildren? So we'll probably let Ildren decide when it's safe enough for us to.
Well,
take
I mean,
care of
it's you guys are going towards the front line, so it's not like going to be really safe anywhere. But if you would like to look around for a place to stay, one of you could maybe do like a survival check.
Maybe.
I got it.
Put that back down.
Who's good at that?
Got that. That is 21.
Okay, you're able to find.
Well, because I'm in the forest.
you're able to find like a big like rock that's sticking out, kind of resting against a tree, and then there's like a nice little brush underneath, and you can kind of carve your way into it and take out some of the stuff on the inside and make it a nice little camp for the night.
Cool. I'm gonna take a long rest.
I'll take a 4-hour long rest.
I'll take a full time rest.
Well, that is 4 hours for him.
I know.
So
But it's not a
probably the
full
same
time
thing that we
one for me.
normally do. Have
Yeah.
the two of us take 4-hour rests.
Okay. Ildren's watch.
We are attacked by
I am
18
pausing
things.
for confirmation of long rest.
Yeah, you can start your own rest. Yeah. that's
Well, it's
fine.
just a matter of
Well, it's are we healed up,
Well,
etc.
all right. Let's
we
see.
get
burns.
interrupted.
Bell's gone.
So like 4 hours go by and it's moving on to like 4.5 at this point.
So I will. I'll wake up rested.
'Kay.
With full health and all my spells back,
Mm-hmm.
and no more temporary hit points.
Mm.
And I will take my watch.
Okay. Well, as you go to see your watch, you see Ildren just kind of like slumped over, like.
Oh, he's a really tired wolf.
He's all tuckered out.
It's really cute.
He sure did a lot of load bearing today. I'm not sorry. You all knew what you signed up for.
That would be.
This is on you.
Good one. I like that one. High five for that. Why did I come back? No, the best part is because he was a bear and he was also carrying a person. It's double joke.
It's a
It's a
multifaceted joke.
It's great.
I watched the episode. I'm well aware.
So you agree it's super funny?
No.
Okay. So I will. I mean, if he's just sleeping there, I'll just sit next to him and take my watch.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. No need to wake him up.
But do you spoon him? This is the number one question. Do you
No.
cuddle up together?
Was
Nope.
it?
What? Yeah. Was
But
that
he's
the
awake.
number one question?
He's awake now. It's not like he's going back to sleep.
And?
You can spoon while awake. Just saying.
Mm.
Yeah, you can
None of that
cuddle.
works.
So roll perception.
You.
That was such a careful pick.
18.
I mean, the fact that he's multiple of them.
So
good.
I mean,
so about 2 hours into your watch, you hear like a bunch of footsteps and brush being moved aside. Sounds like multiple things.
I am going to. I'm assuming I'm still pretty close to Ildren.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will kind of tap him and do one of these, like a. There's movement outside. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say unless anything attacks us, there's really no need to wake the others yet.
Okay. So as you're listening, you can see a few like through the brush and stuff. You can see that there are multiple things walking at a quick pace back the direction that you came.
Can I see like their feet or anything? Or look under the
You
brush
can
and
see
kinda
like
see?
yeah, you can see glances. What are you looking for? Like
I'm looking to see if they are like goblin feet or
they look
if
like hobgoblin feet.
Okay. I'll just say hobgoblins. Shh.
Okay.
There are hobgoblins about. What was that in that bush? It was just the wildlife.
Potato.
All right. And the patrol moves on by.
Okay. I'll go back to keep my watch.
Okay. Ildren will kind of move his way more inside and rest. And then, the rest of your watch is fine.
Okay. Cool. So then I'll wake everybody up
Okay.
after 7 hours and 58 minutes.
You don't get a full rest.
No. Roll,
Only 6 hours.
roll those after
Yep.
5 hours and 58
Oh,
minutes.
good lord.
All right, roll your hit dice. Okay, I'll wait the extra 2 minutes.
That's the.
Hitting
And then wake up
snooze on the
exactly
alarm.
2 hours or 2 minutes later.
That's literally hitting snooze
Oh, I
on
feel
the
great.
alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes later, you're like,
That's
I
the
feel
size
great.
snooze button. Like.
Yeah.
Because you're just used to it at this point.
Yeah.
All right, you guys arouse. It's
Did you
a
say
bit.
we're all aroused?
Yep. That's
you wanna be.
exactly what you said.
It would be a bit before dawn, so it's still
Definitely.
overall kind of dark out, but you can see the light is starting to come in.
Cool. Alright, well, one patrol slipped past us last night. Didn't know that we were here to my knowledge. So, might as well get going. But we're definitely not out of the woods yet, so keep your eyes out.
Which way were they going?
They were heading back towards where we came from.
Were there any hobgoblins in that stronghold? Did you see any?
Mostly goblins, if I remember correctly. Yeah, mostly goblins.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means.
Didn't write
I
down
don't
the
know.
description.
Maybe they're coming back from the battlefield?
Maybe.
Well, let's get going. We still got a long ways to go.
Okay.
Spell up.
Okay. How do you guys want to go? Like, stealthing, quick. What's the marching order?
I would probably ask Hildren how far away we are.
About 4 or 5. Wait, no, you had to go back all to the front line. 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, so we
Away.
probably wouldn't stealth the whole way there, otherwise we'd have to sleep again.
Yeah, I think probably stealthing maybe like the last hour or something.
Yeah.
I think we're not like dashing or anything. I think we
Yeah.
could use maybe like if you cared about like passive stealth or something, but
Yeah, I think that's kind of like you guys are not going full stealth, but some
Yeah.
sort of.
we're all pretty good with when we don't have Wick around. We're all pretty good at like just sort of naturally.
That's true. Y'all make it
Quiet.
there. The front line's just fine.
You meet Wick and then get attacked by 8 million things.
They've been following you the whole time.
Everyone roll a stealth check. I rolled a
Oh,
1.
see-
You're fine.
No, it's fine. No, fine.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
mad.
Do a thing.
They heard Wick from the fortress.
See, no, because Wick has a thing now.
But could it ever
Ooh.
be as catastrophic
A thing with
as
stuff?
Valchar's Nat 1 on the parapet? Like
2 nat ones.
So many Nat 1s that almost got you killed.
You think I burned 3 Featherfall spells?
Yeah, it was really
Wow.
bad.
Can we not talk about that episode? That was painful to watch as a Wick.
Well, we're gonna switch over to Wick now.
Hey.
So
Hi.
you make it to the front lines relatively easily. With oh gosh,
I don't remember his name.
that would be an.
He's
awkward
from False
one.
Strike.
Valen?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Voolan.
Voolan. I
Voolan.
actually have it written down.
Yes, you make it there relatively safe. He knows the right paths to take and everything, and you make it to the stronghold, which is really not like
A stronghold.
a stronghold. It's like you're just walking around the forest and there's like a few extra things there, and you're like, however you want to take that. And
Definitely safe.
yeah, he actually he walks over. He's like, well, after you, and he points to a rope that's like leading pretty high up the tree.
I'm sorry, you want me to do what now?
To get to the stronghold.
Of course it's up a rope. You guys haven't heard of ladders?
Why would you need a ladder?
Valid question.
Yeah, when my friends get here, ask them that.
Have you met?
There it is. There it is. Wait for my companions.
Stairs, ladder, anything that will help them get up. I can climb this probably pretty easily. Them?
She'll put away this like small little leather-bound book that she suddenly has. She'll just slip it into her pocket and then like grab the rope and start climbing.
Okay, go ahead. Give me the athletics or strength or
Athletics?
athletics or
Actually?
strength.
We'll do Wick.
It's not a 1.
It's not a 1, and I have a +5, so that is a 9.
Okay, well, luckily for you, it's not very difficult.
That's
Most
a strong
things could do this. You're able to put your feet on the tree and just kind of like pull your way up. It's a little bit awkward, but through Vulin, like if you start to like slip or anything, he has a hand and kind
I
of
am,
helps you.
in armor and carrying stuff. It's fine. That's the reason.
He's this is how they live in the trees. Like they are very adept at climbing and
Ropes.
such.
Exhibit A.
Yeah, you're so good at climbing.
He is.
He actually
He
is.
has a climbing speed.
Yes.
He's literally the best at climbing of any of us.
But still.
So you make it on top, and you see that there are
That's not
a
from being an
few
elf.
like larger, like that. It looks like it's too big to be this high up in a tree, but it's like buildings like kind of built around it, but it's like almost like the bark has like built over it in the shape of a building, and you can see that there are like rope bridges between multiple of these, and that you can see like landings where you could feel like maybe like archers could be standing and stuff, kind of encircling, and behind you see the all tree, like you feel really high up, and you look and you see the all tree going all the way to the clouds, and it's just like surrounded.
Pulls out the journal and starts sketching everything. And then puts it away.
Okay, this seems slightly safer, but still not necessarily the safest.
All right, well, follow me this way.
Okay.
He leads you into a central chamber, and just for the sake of time, you get introduced to a few other elves, some other smarter individuals, book people, as you might know, right? Wouldn't get along with the group, but get along with Wick very well.
Wick has found her people.
And so, what is your plan?
Wait, but
What are you trying to do?
We all know shit.
I am looking for. I would ask if they have any samples of goblin writing.
Mhm.
I would ask if they have any. I would pull out the journal and the map that I've sketched in the journal, and ask if there are any updates that need to be made. How much closer are people? Do we know any more encampments of the enemy? Stuff like that. If I got samples of goblin writing, I would start writing like the translations, since I can read it, but I know others necessarily can't. I would start writing like basically a dictionary or a translating dictionary, but I'd also be like trying to copy it so that I could send fake missives and stuff.
Okay. So what is provided to you originally is very, like, goblin plus writing isn't really a phrase that goes well together. The writings you have are very hard to read, but you're able to pick it up pretty easily for your talent and skill with this. But it's like a few phrases and words. It's not really like, here's a great detailed instruction on how to do this thing. So you spend probably your first day like reading through what they have, kind of gathering a very 1 year in 7th grade like Spanish class type of like goblin that you remember a couple years later. So that's kind of where
with a specialty towards like military terms or something.
Well, that's also why she's like writing down, like, in case they weren't able to translate it, she's got the exact translation because of Eyes of the Roomkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like writing it down she'll write it down in Goblin, in Common, and then in Elvish. With help she's like, how do you say this word in Elvish?
And then, they would help you.
And then she would start trying to mimic the style of the writing with like false information. Okay,
so why don't you give me 3 rolls.
Okay.
With your intelligence.
Oh, sure, yeah, no, go ahead. I will do intelligence.
Let's see.
Dexterity, actually.
Much better than where I thought it might
Give
be
me a
going.
stealth check. No.
With disadvantage.
Definitely-
I would say
yeah,
deception
feels like
or
Hold on,
intelligence
though.
I could do.
Don't roll quite yet. Why can I not find a single?
Come on, all we licking. Golden Cinch.
That's being difficult.
Yeah, I don't know what like a 4.
You could also just tell her to do, tell them to do intelligence plus proficiency, and just because of the feat or something, you know.
Yeah. So what does your feat actually specifically?
Eyes
do?
of the Runekeeper?
Yeah.
I can
Or
read
not the
all.
feat, but
I can read all writing.
okay. So,
So,
you're
like-
you're able to read whatever it is, even if you don't speak the language,
Yes.
and you can read it right over.
Yeah, and then using the feat that I have, which is
The library one.
no, not the library. Well, it's the
You remember
yes,
everything.
keen mind. I remember everything I read. So I'm using the two together to kind of like be able to remember exactly how things would look.
So we don't even need to do the first roll. You just do it.
And cool.
You're able to read it, and then you're able to remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
That's
how
just
that should work.
how Wick works.
So, yeah, that's okay. So you get a very basic understanding based off of the very limited amount of resources that you have to your disposal. What kind of thing are you trying to craft? What specifically are you trying to mislead?
I would be like sending extra troops to this area, which is like completely opposite from where actual troops are. So I'd be working with whatever strategist they might
Okay.
have to like find out what the actual plans are, and then where would it be best to send false information to or about. Like, we have this many reinforcements coming when it's actually this many, or the reinforcements are coming from this direction instead of this direction.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Cool.
Small actions of resistance.
Then give me Not hell. All right. Actually, I think I like this as a multi. First off, give me a sleight of hand check. Let's see how well you're able to kind of maneuver your hand and copy and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, you know what? This one's more important.
It's like good for forgery.
That's a 0.
Oh, look at that too.
Give me a performance check.
That I will be slightly better at. 19.
Okay.
Some of your dice are feeling neglected.
I'm sorry, guys. I've only been using like one set of.
Then just give me an intelligence check to kind of see how well you word things in how a goblin would speak.
9.
A 9. Okay.
Nice thing is, the sleight of hand is probably less important since the goblins probably
Right.
aren't very good writers, anyways.
Still, a 0 is not great.
So
It's like third grade handwriting.
Crayons.
so after the amount of time has elapsed, basically similar to what the others have done, you've been able to read, get a basic understanding of how to read and write Goblin, and you've come up with a. Actually, give me one more. I need one more check for. Just give me another performance check.
That's not my high
I was gonna
charisma
say all these
based
charisma
skill.
rolls.
I have.
Well,
I have-
deception would be fine.
I have a plus
but-
4 in deception.
No.
That's a 7.
A 7. Okay, so you're not able to get a ton. You're able to get 4 of these copies done.
Okay.
At the end, you're like, with your Eyes of the Runekeeper, you're able to read some of it, and some of it's like, what did I even write? It's a little bit difficult, but you can kind of get the gist of some things, and you know, goblins probably don't have the good handwriting. They might not even know.
It's
And
totally fine.
so you're able to get 4 kind of
False missives out.
false missives. Great.
Cool.
Yes, great word for that.
The other thing that I would like to be doing is knowing vaguely the direction the rest of the party went, just every few hours, after about 2 days, Wick is just going to point and cast message and be like one for each of them. Be like, Belchar, Anna, Sai, and just wait for a response.
And your range is
120 feet. Like,
okay.
it's not. She's just at some point she's hoping she'll get a response. She does it every few hours.
Sometime we'll be in walkie-talkie range.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one of her spells that she just learned, so now she's practicing it.
Okay. Cool. So you guys.
A tree talks back.
Ah!
A tree named Sai.
Oh, hey, Wick. I'm a tree now.
Upgrade.
Actually,
Not
that's
going
probably
well.
better.
I'm better at stealthing.
Was that tree always there?
So you guys are able to make it to the general area of
Yeah.
where the battlefront is.
Can I have? I need to write in this journal, and I suddenly remember that she has the pages.
5 pages.
And I think if you'll allow it, maybe during the rest, or if not during walking or whatever, writing just sort of like an info dump of everything that we saw, just so it's all written down at the fortress, and maybe like elaborating on the map a little bit,
That
sort
stuff.
of thing.
Yay!
So,
Stuff that Belchar wrote down.
Sure. Give me a performance check.
okay.
Let's see how well it is. Because you gotta do it while walking.
Smooth walls.
14.
Okay. It's readable.
Yeah, because my perception check there was really, I think I rolled like a 21 or like several really good perception checks, so I feel like that is not the issue, but yeah, kind of.
Right.
It might be a little
My own writing.
rough, but
It's like,
it looks like Bilbo drew the map, you know, a little shaky, but trying to like, being like, oh right, I'm supposed to do this, and writing down whatever I can.
Alright, then you guys show up to the same rope that Wick was at a while ago. Ildren goes, alright, up you go.
You first, Speedy McGee,
Alright.
and Mr. Elf.
I'll climb it.
Cool. You climb it.
Sweet.
He has a feat. What did you take?
No, it's a thief skill.
It's a thief skill.
I
You
just climb at
it.
full speed.
I'll go next because Mr. Strongman and Mr. I have a spell can be the backup.
Just cast Featherfall.
no one needs
Athletics.
to watch me.
Athletics.
Athletics or strength.
Oh! Hey,
The natural
that makes
one,
my
Which
zero
is
look
a
worse.
2. A natural 1.
I got. You.
Hey, you didn't fall.
Not even off the ground yet.
My hand's still cramping from writing. I'm like, ugh, I don't do this very much.
Really?
Freaking carpal tunnel.
Hey, real thing. Painful. Have it in real life. Can I try
Just
that again?
wait here. You?
Come on, Belchar.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Oh man, when your dice go south, they're gonna go way south.
4 to 18.
You're able to make it up.
You're one-handed. You're just like,
I'm just like, damn it, Belchar!
I got hit and miss days when it comes to climbing.
Just wait here. We have a thing for cargo.
I am not cargo! I yell really loudly.
I looked down and go,
I
Cargo.
swear
High
a
five.
lot in several languages because I have like 6 languages.
It's about 2 minutes later. You see
you
as
swear in
this.
Celestial?
I don't have that one. I have Draconic, Elvish, Giant, Orc, and Common. So I've offended everyone.
To be fair, that's a very good range of languages per person.
So
a lot
about
of cursing.
2 minutes later, you see this very like Star Wars, like caught in the Ewok trap net. Just get laid down to the ground and just wait there.
I'm gonna try the rope again instead of doing this stupid net thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm like, no.
Ooh, egos.
16.
Okay. You're climbing
I'm
up.
just
and,
irritated
and
enough. I get up by pure irritation.
you make it
I
up.
will not get in the net.
Ildren's up there. So I lower that all down for you, and this is what.
You called me cargo. What did you expect? A warm, welcoming thank you? No.
God, you guys are terrible at climbing. He pulls it up. A party is the whole. A party is the whole. It is pretty freaking bad.
I mean, that he sucks at climbing too. He's part of us right now.
Well, that's a nice compliment.
Aw. It's 'cause you
So
cuddle
Valchar and
horses.
or Sai, you guys can make it to the top. You have a couple minutes before Anna shows up, so you can. If you just want to wait,
Just giggling
I'll
to
head to the
myself.
you'll what?
I'll head to the top.
You are at the top. I'm saying, and you have to wait like Anna for 2 minutes. Like you see Ildren start to lower it. That's where we're at when you're already up there.
Is there anything to do around here?
What are you talking about?
I'm bored. This might be a while.
Well, she's your party member.
Hey, our party member.
All right. All right, then we'll just go ahead. Anna shows up, and Ildren starts begrudgingly pulling it back up empty.
And it's just like,
You've been heading over there.
I'll start heading over there.
Okay.
Be
Yeah.
within 120 feet.
You said once every couple hours.
Yeah, every few hours. Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah. You aim.
Valchar?
Wait, what?
do you say that out loud or do you think it back?
Both.
Well, Valtrar's finally going crazy.
I mean, finally? Are you sure that hasn't happened already?
I knew it'd happen eventually.
Anna?
Again.
Oh, yeah, okay. It appears Wick has a new toy. And then eventually you get a sort of like smirky emoji back. And he's like, hey Wick, I see you got a new toy.
And then finally,
Sai? Come on.
Accurate response. Yep.
Hey, Anna. Just slap Sai for me.
Alright. Like, you don't have to tell me twice.
What's that for?
The voices in my head made me do
Alright, everyone's going crazy. I'm off on my own. Decided.
we'll put her stuff down and go and find the rest of the party.
Yeah, you know where they would come up, and you can show up.
Hi, guys.
New spell, huh?
Yes.
It's gonna be really useful.
I have a spell book.
Is useful the right
Great.
word?
If you guys just stand there staring at each other, like messaging each other back and forth for like minutes.
I learned some new spells. Did you learn some new spells? I did too. It's so awesome. I love our spells.
But if you guys do that with that whole conversation just in your mind thing,
Could I jump
that's
off the
gonna be
balcony
really
that the rope led
irritating.
to?
Says the person who
Alright,
was
swan
talking
dive.
to Sai in Elvish.
Dude's got secrets. He won't let me say them in common. It's not my fault.
There's literally no difference except one is silent.
You won't know it's happening.
Yeah, except you'll be creepily staring at each other. So either
I
you'll
don't have
be
to stare
jumping
at
each
Valchar
other's
to-
bones shortly, or you're speaking telepathically.
I'll say in Elvish. Man, they're annoying.
I respond in Elvish. I'm like, honestly, either one would be kind of entertaining.
Oh, so she does speak Elvish.
Mhm.
I literally can find a way to hear you guys.
You
What-
could.
What the
It's
sound
fine.
was.
You didn't miss anything.
That's what I'm gonna have to learn now.
I've said this before, I'm letting you guys have your secrets. But stop it!
I say in Elvish like he has a choice.
Man, he
It-
sure
it's
has. He's
fine.
kind of whiny, isn't he?
Really? I say it in common. Really?
He has a smirk show up on his face.
Hey, that's my partner you're talking about.
Wait, which one?
You
Life
two are
partner?
you two are a couple?
No, but
Aw,
it's
that
like
said in common?
it's like brothers.
Yeah, he'll say that in common.
It's
What
like
do I have?
it's like being brothers. Like I can make fun of my brother, but nobody else can make fun of my brother.
They just said we were.
Full spell right
They
now.
just said we were a party.
Party, not brothers.
You guys are brothers?
Yeah.
Wait, no. I thought you said he was your partner.
No.
What did I miss?
That's a really insulting thing for an elf to turn into.
Anything that's not an elf, according to them.
A frog.
I cast polymorph and turn
Ildren?
into a frog.
Really?
I wasn't even with the dude for like 4 days. How am I the one who remembers it besides Jay?
I'm like, well, it's a good thing Kavaru isn't here.
It's been a good thing that Kavara hasn't been here the whole time.
DC 14.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
I'm trying to
Wisdom.
imagine how he would get along with the elves. I just really feel like that
He
would
rolled
go
a
well.
16.
Nothing happens then.
Poof! All the smoke and then
Excuse me.
I think I should be asking you the same thing.
He said you were a couple.
that's
You
not
you
what I
were
said.
his partner.
He
What
meant,
did I
he
miss?
meant life partner.
No, I meant
And
like
you-
partners in crime.
Oh, well, that's less interesting. Everybody is your partner in crime because you commit crimes with everybody.
Well, according to you, everybody's each other's partners.
It's so cute.
I walk
Your
away.
wife wouldn't like you talking about other partners.
Wait,
like
I'm
that.
not married. We broke up.
That dwarven lady? You broke up with your fiance?
Yes. No, we're not fiancés. Ugh.
The pace
Hey.
quickens of pulling up the rope.
Frustrated that the spell didn't work, and then it's continuing still. Oh my god.
Ildren just walks away.
Spellbook and shows it.
I'll follow
Like,
Ildren.
See, I got a spell book.
I go, oh, that reminds me.
No.
Here are the pages.
cool. How filled out are these pages? Mostly filled out?
That's for this one.
One page is like a map of the stronghold.
Okay.
And then, like, I think the next page is like a description of like all the different creatures that we saw and all that sort of thing, like information on the stronghold.
Mostly just goblins.
And then there's probably like at least a few sentences of Anna just like dissing on Sai and swearing in several languages.
So par for the course. The
That's
dragon
just
turtle's
part
probably
of
in
it.
there.
Quick reads it all.
The dragon turtle's probably in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know
There's
the
a
important
description.
part?
Actually, there would be a description, like a full-on description, maybe even like a small sketch of the dragon turtle as well. And we got up close and personal, so like maybe like some of the like skin, like the scales or
The
shell or whatever.
Person.
Yeah.
For size.
Yeah. And and probably a drawing of the like mechanical attachment things and like what I could see of how they attach to the bone, or like went into the flesh or whatever. So
This
there's a decent amount of content in there.
will actually be really helpful for some of the stuff, especially the map. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we should probably make sure that the elves get that too. But yeah.
I've been working with them.
Okay. This is information that we're planning to pass on to them.
Mhm.
I just didn't want to forget it.
She'll pull out the journal and put it on top of the spell book and then stick the papers back in the back, and she'll have to fix it later, but she can do that. Just
Okay.
not magically. That's not a cantrip, but and she would just be showing off the spell book and being like,
I can learn things now.
Is there anything on there that I can read?
You
On
need a
the spell
book.
book?
the cover is actually plain. It's a dark leather, and then she does not open it to show the pages.
Since when do you need a book for that?
It was a gift.
Did it come with strings attached?
The same strings that have already been attached?
Do you get that from Penny?
No. I
Different
got it
strings.
from my
A lot of
patron.
strings.
Hmm?
A lot of strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it from my patron so that I can learn more spells.
Oh.
So
Cool.
from Julia.
Julia's not my patron.
Because Julia's you.
You literally... No. No.
Julia has her hand ready. Just saying.
Whatever. I was just joking. Let's move on. Do you like the new spell book?
Yes. And I can't wait to learn more stuff.
Do you like your patron?
Undecided. But he's been nice.
Honestly, that's... I mean,
So-
I've met some warlocks that
so
hate
they're
their
like me?
patrons, so...
No. You're
Okay.
not teaching me things.
That's on purpose. If I was teaching you, you'd be better at stealth.
You try stealthing in metal armor.
Hey, you know what? I actually did successfully teach her some stealth, so, like, screw you.
Still has disadvantage.
Right, but I taught her how to disappear in a crowded area where the armor's not the problem,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still learning how to, like, weave and zig and zag.
No. Very in depth.
I did what I could.
Here's how you stealth. Zig and zag. Boom. You know everything I know.
I'm so glad we're all together again.
Can we
You
go-
walked away.
I was walking with Valchar
Can
to
we
show
please
Oh.
go talk to some asshole stoic elves now? Thank you.
I think that's where Eldrin went.
They haven't been that bad to me.
Hmm.
We've been working together.
That's because you're not a half human.
You missed it. An actual elf that is not Psy called me a half-human.
Ooh, so that's 2 that I need to mark down? Or did he call you half human more?
He probably did. I can't remember.
I'll mark it down.
Definitely did.
Where's my paper with that?
Oh, where is my paper with that?
There it is.
Cool.
What do we have to?
Only 6.
Oh, wow, I gotta step it up.
5 of them were Psy.
Yeah, 5 of them are Psy.
And the 6th was because of Psy.
Classic.
Okay, let's go talk to the elves now. It's good to see you, Rick. I'm glad you're good.
And I kept my promise.
Good.
We figured because you're not dead.
Yeah. And there's nobody swearing at you for having to save your life or almost get killed or whatever, so. These are all good signs.
I could push you off. I'm not going to, but I could.
I could probably parkour this.
I want to push you now to see if you can.
Only one way to find out.
I feel like this is a bad idea. But,
I've
I'll-
been so good
I
for
mean-
days.
I mean, if we get Valchar over here to, like, maybe save me if needed, then I'll definitely
I'm gonna-
do it.
Maybe
I'm
I
gonna
can
get down. I'm gonna get down on hands and knees behind your knees so that if you push, you'll fall over.
Then I can't parkour!
Yeah.
That's not
That would be mean. That would be mean. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
Valchar would be mad. Valchar
How
would be
high
mad.
up are we?
Oh no, I think Valchar would be
You're
proud of what I was gonna do.
Pretty high up. Like probably 200 feet.
That might be a little further than I can do.
Come
Maybe
on,
I can help
parkour.
you, though.
I could probably jump from, like, branch to branch, but I don't think I could straight parkour 200 feet straight down.
Anna of the jungle.
Watch
Watch out for that tree!
or the ground.
The ground. Watch out for
Anyways, yeah.
that.
I can introduce you to the people that I've been working with. We sent out a few fake missives to hopefully make things a little easier on our end. And I've been learning goblin writing, which isn't necessarily goblin speech, but I'll get there.
So what do you know how to say in Goblin?
Nothing. I can read it and write it. And the writing's a little iffy.
You don't know how it's pronounced?
Next time a goblin is yelling at you, write him a note.
Am I
What
here or not?
script is Goblin based off a script? Like Giant is a dwarvish script.
I don't have an answer for that right now.
A lot of
They
fantasy
would.
stuff, it's elvish. They're based off
Or
of elvish.
dwarvish.
Yeah.
Infernal is its own system.
Is that even
Draconic
in here?
Is its own system.
thing.
Yep.
I'm
So what knows
I
a
can
about
look
the
it up
different
while you do
writings
your
later.
I know both of those.
I can look it up.
Okay.
Tyler.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. ask a complicated question.
I got nothing going on.
I don't even think it's in there.
I think Celestial is also
It
its own
does
system,
say
which
what
I
some
know
of them are
is
based on. I just don't know if it's
because
Infernal.
Infernal is and Celestial should be too. Yeah.
Can't say I know either.
Anyways, yeah, I should introduce you to people, and we can share the information that you guys gathered, and see what we want to do from there.
All right, let's do it.
I take them to where I've been working with people.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you're right inside that first building. That you're,
Oh, so like I just popped outside the
right.
door.
You're just like, oh hey, how's it going? Yeah, you just popped right out. Depending on how much you want to role play it, we could. Or you
Goblin
could
is
just
dwarvish.
introduce them.
Well, since I don't actually have their names, I can't really role play it very well.
Well, I mean, they could introduce themselves if you want to.
So since Goblin is based on a Dwarvish script, can I suss out how stuff might be pronounced or no? Oh, I don't know Dwarvish. I know other things. Sorry, never mind.
I don't think any of you know Dwarvish.
No, but can I see the player's handbook? The player's handbook, please.
It's a language.
Yes.
Section.
I wanted to. Dwarvish is also Gnomish's script is also Dwarvish.
So
So
it's
my
like,
my birth language is also
it's like
already
French
similar
versus
to-
Spanish or something.
yeah
kind of thing.
similar to Goblin.
I mean, you could take some guesses at it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think at this point we're pretty much just waiting for what's his name to get back. Ilden.
to go meet the peeps.
Oh, I'm introducing you to them.
Yeah. So Wick's introducing you to the people she's been working with for a couple days now.
Show me who you're working with.
So you bring him into the room. I mean, there's like a table in front with like paper scattered everywhere, ink, and kind of messy because you've been hard at work for like 2 days straight with these other individuals, and it's just a few like not a library, but like bookshelves on the sides, and it's very much like a workspace to like not necessarily for like combat, but like other things, and this is one of those other things that you've been working as. So
I'll translate. I will. I'm assuming they're like bigger pieces of paper.
Mhm.
I'll actually take out the map that they drew of the stronghold and start, or the wherever, and start drawing it on the bigger piece so that we have a bigger scale map of it
okay, sure.
for the elves.
And as she's drawing it, I'll be like, oh, and then we saw that there, or oh, I didn't draw that right. Like this is here, like that kind of thing. So.
Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. Wick, these are your friends.
Yes, Valchar, Anna, and Sai.
Oh, Namue. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wick has been delightful. She's well traveled, and we've become good friends. She has lots of stories.
About you guys.
Oh.
Oh, wow. So this is the fabled Valchar. Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So you're like the most important of the group. I mean, after Wick, of course.
Not my words. Not my words.
I will accept that as a compliment. So thank you.
Good.
He does keep us alive.
I mean,
Just
But I know
don't pick my pockets.
I won't.
or stab.
That's the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's also the one who stabs.
Oh, but he only stabs that one.
And me.
Right? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he stabs you.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You're
right.
talking to the person
I
who shot
usually
me
don't
twice
get
last
stabbed
week.
because I'm way far away.
Yeah, you're the one shooting arrows at
I'm
me.
the one shooting arrows at you.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, I kind of feel a little starstruck.
Once again, I appreciate the compliment, but we're just here to help.
What has she told you about me? So he's important. He's a thief.
Factual.
Also factual.
You're my friend.
I'll take that.
That's the least of the three of us. Just keeping count. Keeps
Really?
us alive. Picks pockets.
Friend.
Sure.
That ranks above picking pockets, Sai.
That's only if they're your pockets.
Oh boy.
So,
Anyway.
we saw some stuff while we were while we were out. Wanted to give you some information.
Yeah, they wrote notes on it too.
And she'll pull up the other 4 pages and kind of lay them out.
But those will have to go back in my journal too, which you guys will get to keep anyway,
Oh.
so it's kind of pointless,
Let me-
but this way it'll be in one book instead of... Sorry.
Ooh,
I'm being
the
the rainbow
handwriting
again.
is really bad.
Okay, well, I was walking while I was writing things.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No! You've seen my handwriting. Okay, ignoring the goblin stuff, you've seen my handwriting.
Right.
If your goblin handwriting was bad, it's probably more accurate.
That's what I'm hoping. It was bordering on illegible, which is not good for me.
Dragon turtle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had captured it, and they were...
I don't know how the. Well, he said it was food, right, Belchar?
Yeah, they baited it with food.
Yes.
No, I mean. He said that they like.
They baited it with food.
Yeah, they baited it with food. Really? You don't remember this? It's the dragon turtle. You made it into a
you know what?
dragon.
I remember the dragon part. The rest of it, I'm like, the rest of it was a blur.
Well, they. Okay, well, I'll fill that in then. So, well, they baited it with food and then managed to capture it somehow. I don't know
How'd
how
you guys
they.
set it free?
What?
How'd you guys get it free?
Oh, Wick, dear. Are your friends, like, you know,
No.
they're not all up here?
I mean, they are.
He polymorphed it into a dragon and it flew out of its restraints.
Yeah.
Hmm. Impressive. She doesn't believe you. Actually,
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
yeah, she does not believe you at all. I need to go look into this. I'll be right back.
Make sure to
She
bring the pages
exits.
back. I still need them.
Oh, well, here you go.
Ah,
You can,
thank you.
I mean, it's just got the spell, and I can prove that I could change at least into a younger dragon.
Friggin'
I
elves.
believe you. I was just curious how you guys got it free.
I don't believe you.
were
Weren't you there?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I do believe you.
Literal dragon.
Wait, the dragon was also the dragon turtle?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Sorry, next time if you could please speak in my, support or something, because they're not gonna believe me because I'm a friggin' half-elf.
And they're gonna believe the thief?
At least you're an elf.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
She
more
only
funny
said nice to
stories.
meet you. She didn't say anything to the others of us.
She said nice to meet all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
didn't tell bad things about any of you.
I'm unsure if the disbelief was in the ability to change, or the disbelief was in the dragon turtle.
Which, to be fair, when we were there, it was pretty unbelievable.
I didn't even, as I said earlier, I didn't even think they were things until we literally saw one.
I'd heard of them, but I had never seen one before, and that one was way bigger than I thought they were.
Hey, Belcher. Do you
Yeah.
happen to have mending?
Yes.
Would you mind?
What?
The journal.
Oh. For each page, it's what, like 5 minutes?
It's a minute.
A minute.
Yeah, the casting time is a minute, so.
So you said it was like 5 pages?
Yep.
So, minute per page.
Thank you.
So near the end of that, an elf in full armor walks in, kind of similar to what you saw the guards were in. Wow, blanking on the name. City.
Happens
Farhaven?
to all of us.
No, not False Stride.
The city where we started in?
Crap. Yeah.
Navut.
Navut. Yeah, Navut. Thank you. Similar to that, but not. But it's definitely different. It's decorated differently. This looks like the military type of garb, not the garb. Well, would you all kindly follow me?
Absolutely.
All of us, or those three?
All of you.
I mean, I've been here for a few days. I wasn't sure if you were, briefing them on something. I'm coming.
Okay. Thank you. And he'll exit and then leave, and so you guys will travel over one of the rope bridges. You actually make 2 connections, and then enter to another larger building. This one has actually an open roof, and as you enter, this is definitely meant for like war times and planning. It has like a big battle map with pieces. I think, what was that, season 8 Game of Thrones, where they just all like the people were all around the table with like the movable pieces and the map.
Yeah.
And that's really what you're kind of walking into.
Most old war rooms.
Pretty much. You walk in and you see quite a lot of individuals, some well dressed, but basically everyone here is military. You do recognize Deltarian Stormsong there. Ildren is there. Drith is in the back, and those would be the only 3 that you guys would know. The rest are just an assortment of different elves, different shades. Some more blue, like Sai, and then some others in different colors. And so you walk in, and the guard announces, the 4 individuals you requested. And he goes and stands up by the door. Welcome, Deltarian Stormsong. Welcome. Please join us here. And Ildren has given some recount of what's happened. Please fill us in on what you've learned.
Well, we did find some information about all the creations that they were making. I think the most important one was they were able to capture a dragon turtle, and they were in the process of turning it into one of their mechanical animals under their control.
Well, when you say dragon turtle,
He means dragon turtle.
Dragon turtle. Ildren, you'd agree?
I don't believe it, but it happened. It pretty much unbelievable that somehow he turned a dragon turtle into a dragon. Yeah, it happened.
They were using magic to keep it captive while they were adding on these attachments. The thing was just swarmed with goblins. And when it was transformed into the dragon, a lot of the attachments fell off, fortunately. But I mean, who knows how many more days until that thing was on their side and attacking the front lines.
From the conversation I had with it after we freed it, it was probably that day.
Yeah.
It was not in good shape.
Well, so you did free it,
Yes.
and it is gone.
Yes. There was no easy way to get it on our side without really... It was homesick, essentially. It was captured from its home. It was in the middle of the woods. There was no good way of getting it really to help us.
I think getting it out of their hands was the most important thing anyways. But they were holding it by magical means, and if they can hold a dragon turtle, who knows what else they could be holding.
Were you able to find out the next device that they're creating?
So I found some information about it, and I found out what it looks like. I unfortunately was not able to find out exactly what it does, but from the sounds of it behind the locked doors, it's going to be quite destructive.
Could you explain?
So when I was inside the goblin camp, I went into the armory and saw them testing out new guns. You guys have all seen all of their other guns that shoot the beams of, or the ice.
Yes.
It looked almost identical to one of those. It had an extra attachment on the side that had 3 prongs on it, and I wasn't able to find out exactly what it does, but behind the doors I kept hearing these massive booms and explosions, and it was just a lot. So I think that's the next thing you gotta watch out for. Because if they start equipping, we ran into probably 10 different goblins that had those other guns. If they equip every goblin with one of these, then everyone's in trouble.
lots of conversations break out individually and people talking to their neighbors. Silence, please. Silence. Is there anything else that we need to be made aware of?
Have you seen the larger creatures with the attachments that exert some form of mind control?
Yes, we've seen those.
There was a T-Rex there also.
A T-Rex.
Have you seen the raptors that they ride?
Right.
It was a massive one of those. Not
Oh,
quite as big
a
as the
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Yes, we've
You've seen one?
we've come across a few of those.
Yeah, they had at least one other of those. Trying to think of any other information that I gathered that was all the information that we found written down on the map, what all the buildings were.
Oh. Pulls out the big map
Hmm.
that she copied from the journal.
Oh, right. Yeah, we've well, you can hold on to that. Thank you. We've already incorporated it into the battle map here. It does appear that there are tunnels connecting each of the strongholds that we previously were unaware of.
Yeah.
That was great information. We still have to verify if it's true. I know I personally sent one of my scouts to the same general area to discover if these tunnels were really there.
Was the scout working alone?
Well, yes, they usually do.
I'm not sure you're going to see that scout again.
Why is that?
It was captured. They were testing the new weapons on captured elves.
How many captured elves did they have?
I'll guesstimate based off
Okay.
what I saw.
Yeah.
There were a lot of empty cages. I'm assuming that's what they're testing the new weapons on. I would have really liked to save the scout of yours. Unfortunately, there was no way to do it and get the information back to you, so I had to make a choice.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's a risk that they take themselves.
Yeah. And all the buildings are labeled, like this is the armory, this is the barracks, all that stuff on the map, on the big map.
They don't have the actual specifics. They have what
Okay.
Wick took from the other place. They don't have
Yeah.
your additional.
So I'll describe that stuff as well, like walking the front gate.
Okay.
Barracks. Over here or over to the right is where the
Well, the map
library.
that
will
I
live.
made would have included that information that you
Okay.
relayed.
Yeah, so it's whatever.
But they wouldn't have had that included on their battle map
Yeah,
yet because
Right,
that
but
just
that's
came
what
in.
Wick was showing them, I think.
Yeah, I was
right?
trying to
Just
show the map,
updated.
the big map that I had been drawing
Yeah.
of what they had from
So
the journal.
If it's
Oh, I
not
thought
like-
you gave him like the big one that you got originally.
No, the map that they had drawn, or
Gotcha.
the map that I had drawn based on the map that she had drawn.
So I'll kind of explain what I saw in each place, noting that, you know, if there's any way to use very little forces and destroy a couple of these buildings, it'd be tough because it looks like they were created using magic. But I mean, you destroy the barracks, they can house thousands of goblins in there. Who knows?
Oh my.
Do you have anyone who's good at enchanting or identifying enchantments?
We have a few talented magicians in our ranks.
I pull out the frost gun and I hand one over to them. This is what they're
He-
using.
He's a little ways from you. He pulls it over with Mage Hand and just pulls it over to him. Thank you. We have a few we have had captured a few of these. We were looking into. This will be quite helpful. He kind of sends it over to one of the guards.
I'll kind of show them on the gun, like if you see there's 3 prongs here, those are the new ones.
Okay.
Let's get rid of that now. Again.
Well, this is. He looks tired, stressed, and he's not as regal as he was before. He is very kind of run down, and you can tell visibly he's kind of different than what he was before. Normally he'd have like a good quip, but something to say, but it just is very blunt right now. There's a female with like a little kind of like a crown made of like like bark, and her features are very very slender, and like a little bit of like almost like a snout, not quite a nose, and like longer ears. And she goes up and well, so one of the things that that all of you, at least I'm assuming all of you did, within the last 10 hours or so, we've had multiple of the enemies fall back and stop pursuing. I would like to say that hopefully it is what you did, may have had some serious consequences for the enemies. And maybe can you do this type of thing again? And maybe we should create more strike teams and send them out in similar fashions and go on the offensive.
I don't know if I can make another dragon.
I'm guessing that's where the reinforcements are going, because we did see everything we saw while we were in the fort were goblins, and while we were camping, as soon as we got out of the fortress, I saw when I was on watch a bunch of hobgoblins go by, and we didn't see many hobgoblins at all, if any. I don't know if we saw any.
None.
So I'm guessing that they're going back to Buckperch Fortress. The dragon turtle / dragon did quite a number on their forces before leaving with us.
That's good. She looks to Deltarian. Maybe we go on the offensive with this. Take the rest, and instead of resting, we strike. Send small teams everywhere and see what we can accomplish.
If at the very least you can cause distractions so that they're not all coming to the front lines, you might have a good chance of pushing the whole line back.
Well,
Interrupt their reinforcements, maybe.
The problem with that is it weakens our forces as well.
It does.
We have a bit of a reprieve right now. Let us deliberate, and we'll discuss and get back to you. I'm sure you need some rest. Go take some time. We will send for you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
And they go back to their discussions, battle planning and such.
Yeah, I didn't think the dragon turtle was going to be a believable thing, even though it's 100% true.
The fact that Ildren saw it, I think, gave us a little credibility. You know, three
Or we all
strangers
went
saying,
insane.
or all four of us went insane. So, well, I'm gonna go take a rest. Wait for them to come get us.
Yeah, I can definitely help. I don't know if I can redo a dragon without something stronger.
I don't think anybody's expecting quite that effect, but it's just good to know that we're not the only ones being sent out there next time.
Yeah.
You know.
A weird question. Do you have any books on creatures, like mythical or... I'm getting research on things that I can actually turn people into.
I don't, but I think I've seen one, maybe?
In the section where I've been working.
Yeah. Let's see. No.
No.
No. This
That
would
might
be-
have been out in the other city. Or in my library. I've seen a lot of books.
You? That's crazy.
I know.
I mean, we've seen dragons before, so the dragon was a pretty easy thing to change.
Even a young dragon did hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Do the things you have to change... rephrasing. Do the things you change them into have to be alive?
I don't think I can do inanimate objects, but
I was thinking
Formally
more
alive,
like
maybe.
undead creatures. I might have a couple of those in the books that I have from my brother.
yeah, I think out of game. I think I can. Zombies and skeletons.
Shortly,
Sorry, Mark.
I'm assuming you guys just kind of walk out and just are like kind of chatting
Mhm.
out
Yeah.
front.
I'd probably be like trying to. I'd be taking them to like if there's a mess hall or something, figuring they might want food.
I'll help you draw the Tyrannosaurus.
If anybody's
Be
paying
like, oh
attention,
no, its eyes are a little raised here, and
if anybody's paying attention, you notice that Enna is like real quiet and real like scowly and pouty and like not talking much.
same old, same old.
Kaya?
Yeah, fine.
You sure?
Not here.
Okay. You guys hungry?
Always.
I don't think I've eaten today.
Have you eaten it at all in the last 2 days? 2.5, however long we've been gone.
Yes.
Was a long time for a response.
I may have been working on something for the last couple of days.
Let's go get food.
I found a couple quiet places to sit after we get food. They don't really like talking here. Especially not to me.
Surprise.
Well, I mean, they have more important things to do than a tiny gnome trying to learn Goblin to write fake missives.
And most of them are warriors. They're not really the.
Most of them, if they could do that, they wouldn't. Anyway.
That's why I was talking to my new friend so much, because she listened and talked.
All right, so you guys go grab some food. Head to like a quiet place. Shortly after, Drith makes his way over to you guys. Well, good to see you all alive. Welcome
Thank you.
back. Not sure. Well, let me just start off by saying I'm not sure what. Well, I'm not sure why I'm here or what I need from you, but if you'll be expected to address the council, and if you want to provide further help, if you want to leave, you should make these decisions soon, and be prepared, because the question is coming, and it's completely up to you.
What question?
Stay or go.
Right. What else you can do, or if you want to leave.
Oh, the other thing Wick would have done is try to find out if there had been any recent sightings of the black tiefling on
Nothing.
the front line. Okay. She would have shared that.
And our Felcher returns.
Well, we'll definitely talk it over, but we appreciate the warning.
Well, yeah, just thought I should let you know. I still am looking into your thing.
Cool.
What's wrong?
Nothing. You're fine.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, let me know. You can go directly to me, and I can be your contact here if you need anything.
Thank you.
All right. Have
Thanks,
a good
Rick.
one. He exits.
Wick is gonna reach over and take Enna's hand and then cast message.
Would this be easier to talk?
Do they always stare at each other like this?
She's purposely like not looking at it. She's like eating with one hand and like just under like out of sight holding Enna's hand to kind of try and maintain message connection.
It's fine. It's my own baggage. It's fine. It's nobody else's.
You don't seem fine, so it's not fine. You've helped me with my stuff.
There's just some stuff I gotta deal with on my own.
Well,
And it's tough to do, surrounded by elves.
you really don't like it here, do you?
like me. They don't like my family. They don't think we're worth their time.
Do you want to leave?
This roast
No.
beef is good.
Real tender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Best meal I've had in a while.
No, I mean, we have a job to do, and jerks or not, they don't deserve to be
Almost strictly vegetarian.
dealing with what they're dealing with. I don't want to see them slaughtered any more than anybody else.
Can't
I
believe
just
how
don't really
hungry
want
I
to
was.
socialize with them.
Understandable. They're kind of hard to socialize with.
And
I've
I'm also, what if he finds this family? Why did I ask him to do that?
noticed. Is that what you asked him to do?
Wick wasn't there.
Yeah. I'm starting to regret it now. Like, what if he finds them? What do I want to say? Just knowing that they're there and they've ignored me for 35 years. Plus, before me, my brothers and my mom, which I can't remember the exact timeline, but like a while.
What if they don't know about
what
you?
does that get me? Like, what?
What if they don't know about you? What
They
if
certainly know about my mom.
doesn't mean they know about you? It could be a happy family reunion.
I doubt it.
Optimism. Come on, I'm trying to be better at it.
I'm probably just a black sheep in their book. Or actually, my mom's the black sheep. I'm not even in the book.
Well, you're in my book.
Cool.
Meant that as an encouraging thing.
I know.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Well, we're all here for you. Even probably Sai.
He actually paid for it.
Huh.
That was weird. He just like immediately ponied up 100 gold.
Wow.
I know.
Sai paid, like, was it real gold?
I mean, he just came back and said he was still looking for him, so probably.
Okay. Well,
It was weird.
I think one way or another, it'll be good for you to know what he finds out.
Yeah, we'll see.
And you have your birth family, your brothers and your parents,
Fall.
and you have us. We're a different kind of family, but we're family. We have each other's backs. We annoy the hell out of each other, but we don't let other people hurt each other. Hurt us. Yeah. Okay, well, if you need to talk, we can always do this again. They probably think we're crazy.
I mean, the usual.
Tasha's just lost it back. We're like, what can I turn things into? Because it's literally what I'm going through. Is like,
I love the
What are all
idea
the
that
other-
you're just like looking up at the clouds, being like, "Oh, that's a dog. I could turn them into a dog." Ooh, that's
Starfish!
I'm legitimately going through all of the creatures in the list and trying to figure out what ones we've come across so far, and or just like random animals.
Wick will let go of Enna's hand.
There's a lot of things in here.
Finish eating.
Anything else? You just can finish eating a little bit in silence and.
To answer your question, yes, I can turn things into undead. I would prefer to not, because
That's kind of against you.
they're not undead. They look like undead, and essentially are,
At
but
what point do you just turn into Penny?
yeah.
Good point. That's all I have with me, unfortunately. If we went back to
Penny Jr.
Dusthaven, I mean, I've got so
Penchar.
many books there, but that's
He's Penny. You can give me magic weapons.
really far away now.
Give me your soul.
And may not be safe anymore. Oh no, what if the library falls? I just thought of that. It's been lonely without you guys.
Yeah, your rambling's gotten worse.
Your speech patterns are special.
I've been
Some kind of
talking to
special.
myself a lot. Not all of it in common. Gnomish is a very different language than common.
Yeah? That makes sense.
Well, I think I'm gonna go rest.
I can can show you where I've been staying, which I assume is probably where around you guys will be staying.
I'll lead the way.
Sure. Yeah, you can lead them where you've been staying. There are a few rooms in this. Like.
What does this place look like? Like, what's the vibe of this place? Like, we're up in a tree?
Yeah.
Are we talking like Lothlorien, or like what does it look like?
Okay. The same description as what I gave Wick earlier.
Oh,
so you guys are about like 200 feet up in the air,
Yeah.
and like all the structures and stuff are like the trees have built through the bark. So the outside is all bark. So
Okay.
it's really well camouflaged,
Mm-hmm.
but you can, I mean,
So it's all wood.
and yeah,
Yeah.
and then you see like the wooden rope bridges going from place to place. I mean, if you're trying to pick a movie, I guess similar-ish to like the Ewoks in Star Wars.
Okay.
Kind of like only like really high up, and so that's
Got it.
the general vibe of.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
I really hope this place has really good fire resistant spells.
And if you're asking about the vibe is pretty quiet and pretty like soldiers. They're like there's a few tables of them like joking around a little bit, but overall it's kind of like a somber like. Anytime I have, I'm just recovering because I have to go back out very soon. That's
Attack
the
on Titan.
general, right? So that's the vibe going on.
Got it.
The Vibby.
Before you rest, Sai, what are everyone's thoughts on? Are we staying, or are we gonna try and take our part of the fight elsewhere? I don't know where, but
I'm gonna stay.
I feel like we've just started something. We've started to turn the tide, and then if we're just like, peace, and then leave, I don't like doing things halfway.
They're not ready for
my journal is only half full, so I'm totally fine with staying. I've got lots more to learn.
Well,
Just
we've
like
only
a-
gone to a third of the fortresses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's still. I mean, if we can do the same thing that we've done with the first two, to the next two, and then the two after that. I mean, if our work at the last one changed the tide so much, who knows what we could do?
True.
I want to stay for the same reasons I want to stay with the dwarves. Just gotta see this through to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. Here are the rooms.
Yay! How many beds are in each room?
They're mostly just like bunks,
Okay.
so you can just grab a bunk.
Dibs on top bunk.
Summer camp. Anna looks at Sai and goes, "You know those are harder to get into when you're drunk, right?"
Is there beer here?
Do you
Why
know?
are you
Do
asking
you
me?
know? Have you seen anybody drinking?
Did you read a book about beer here?
Did you have a raspberry Twizzly? Because that's probably in the same place as actual alcohol.
It's for sure the same place as actual
I-
alcohol.
right.
Wow, have you been in withdrawals?
No.
I would assume my flask is maybe empty by now.
You guys are both acting.
You
as
seem
if
kinda
you were
stressed out.
recovering alcoholics.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah, beer.
Elvenland has not been a fun place for me. Remember
There's-
those hours we've spent in the rope trick dimension, just like chugging flasks.
I'm gonna go ask somebody. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the answer. I've been kind of busy with the whole
No Twizzlies.
barely real water.
I'm gonna go and find a guard.
Okay. You can walk around. You see a few walking around.
I'm gonna talk to one of them and just say, "Hey, I just got here for the first time. Where's the bar around here?
Bar? We don't really have a bar.
No alcohol? Could I buy some somewhere? I just got back from a scouting mission and need to relax a little bit.
Well, you can. He points to one of the trees. You can go check over there. They have some.
Okay. I'm gonna go check.
'Kay.
And see if it's like an actual bar or like a elven equivalent of a liquor store or.
It's like freshman week on campus where like one person brought a handle of vodka from home and
Yeah.
they give out like one shot to everybody.
It's $5 per
Anybody
shot.
know where the bar is?
Yeah.
Did your voice just crack? Yeah, you're not getting any beer.
So when you show up, it's just like kind of like a second cafeteria almost, and there's just like there's no like like servers or anything. It's just kind of like you look and you see that there are a few taps like
And people just
there.
go up and fill them themselves.
Right.
Is there like a place to check out or anything? Like, is there anywhere to buy any, or is it just self-serve?
Just self-serve.
I'm gonna go fill 3 glasses.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back and kind of like. All right, now they're not so full.
Gotta get that head down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I'll walk back and beer.
Wow.
I didn't see any raspberry Twizzlers.
That's okay.
Sorry. But beer.
This is the best. I would never imagine you would make a good waiter.
Anything regarding beer, I'm pretty good at.
Did you spit mess?
Not yet.
Do I believe him?
If you want to roll an insight.
Hardcore believe you.
Is that a nat 1?
No, that was a 4.
Oh, okay.
But for insight, it's a... I guess it makes it a 10.
You can roll.
I'm not
I
trying
mean,
to deceive.
Yeah, so
It's fine.
yeah, just leave it as.
I'll just roll a d20. 14. So, you believe me.
Super believe you.
All right, you guys drink and just hang out for a little bit, then kind of take a rest, short rest type of thing.
Before we rest, I'm going to say, I'm really sorry, but we're going to talk in Elvish for a little bit. It's not super secretive, and we're not hiding anything from you, but
Appreciate the heads up.
everything okay? I do not know that you had that conversation.
Yeah. So in order to not, I think she's in maybe a little bit of a different emotion. Just some feels about elves and family and whatever.
Did you see a family member?
No,
Like,
I don't know what my
brought this up?
family looks like.
Well, what brought this on
Well,
now?
he said he was still looking, and what if... I keep thinking about, like, what if he finds them? And then I have this choice to make. Of, like, do I do to them what they did to me, which is abandon family that I know about? Or do I confront them and probably get myself kicked out of elven lands forever also, like my mother? Like, do I really want to be the black stain on their family line? I don't know.
Did you... I'm not sure we've talked about this a whole lot, but did you, like, run away from home, or, like, what caused you to leave in the first place?
No, I was just, it's more interesting. It wasn't like I didn't leave on bad terms. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's best case scenario for you?
I don't know. That's
that-
what I can't figure out.
If best case scenario is you're back in touch with your family and that's a good thing, then I would try to get back in touch with them.
But it's not it's not the family that I left. It's the family that my mom left.
Oh.
My mom.
Why'd she leave again?
Something about an arranged marriage to some doofus she didn't like. I don't know. Some fancy elven thing. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, they're weird like that.
Yeah, the Liadans would have none of her making her own marriage decisions or something like that. I don't know. She used to yell about it a lot.
Well, if there's anything you can do to help, let me know.
Yeah, thanks for covering that. Why did you cover that, by the way?
Cover what?
100 gold.
Did you have 100 gold?
No. Okay.
No.
You're just usually so, like, hoarding of your gold. I don't even know how much gold you have. It's way more than anybody else.
800.
Yeah, that's 10 times what I have.
That's 1,000 after paying the 100. Or 800 after paying the 100. I don't know. I had plenty to spend, and I'm not really anywhere close to buying what I'm saving for. And
Well, all right. Well,
I mean, I don't know.
I think I appreciate the fact that you were willing to do that. We will see how I feel about the results.
Okay. Well, like I said, let me know if you need anything.
Anyway, just some complicated feels over here. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, now you guys go kind of take a short rest and just relax and stuff.
Heck yeah.
Okay. I do need one thing. I need Anna to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
or you die.
Oh!
Natural 1.
There it is.
And we're going to take a break.
Oh!
See you soon.